The science of déjà vu, remembering a past that never happened. Picture this. You're walking down the street on a completely normal day, and suddenly you freeze. A powerful wave of familiarity hits you. You feel absolutely certain you've been in this exact situation before, even though you know it's impossible. That's called déjà vu. And today we're diving into the mind-bending science behind why your brain pulls this trick on you. Déjà vu is an eerie, unexplainable sensation where a completely new situation feels incredibly familiar, even though you logically know it has never happened before. The term comes from French and translates literally to already seen. For centuries, this phenomenon was blamed on past lives or psychic premonitions. But modern cognitive neuroscience has pulled back the curtain to reveal that it is actually a temporary, harmless memory glitch. According to a landmark literature review published by the American Psychological Association in the journal Psychological Bulletin, roughly 2/3 of the population will experience déjà vu at least once, with its frequency peaking dramatically in young adults between the ages of 15 and 25. While it feels mystical, respected neurological institutions view it simply as a momentary communication delay or mismatch within a healthy brain. One of the leading explanations for this glitch is called the spatial similarity hypothesis, which was pioneered by memory researchers at Colorado State University. Their team discovered that déjà vu can occur when you enter a new environment that shares an identical structural or geometric layout with a past experience you have consciously forgotten. Your brain immediately recognizes the hidden framework and fires off a massive wave of familiarity. But because your conscious mind fails to pull up the specific original memory, the situation feels completely spooky and mysterious instead of logical. Another prominent explanation is the dual processing theory, which stems from early subliminal priming research published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology. This theory suggests that your brain experiences a microscopic millisecond lag while transferring sensory data along its neural pathways. Because of this tiny delay, your brain accidentally processes the exact same scene twice in rapid succession, treating the second signal as an old memory because it technically already processed it a fraction of a second prior. At the cellular level, the biological engine driving this phenomenon is an acute shift in brain chemistry, particularly involving dopamine. Dopamine is an excitatory neurotransmitter heavily utilized by the temporal lobes and the hippocampus to tag experiences with a sense of familiarity. When your brain undergoes sudden spikes in dopamine, it can trigger hyper-excitatory activity across neural synapses, causing the brain to mistakenly append a familiarity tag to a real-time live experience. This molecular link was famously highlighted in a clinical case report published in the Journal of Clinical Neuroscience, where a healthy patient taking a combination of dopaminergic medications began experiencing intense, frequent episodes of déjà vu. Furthermore, this hyperexcitation is often mediated by the rapid influx of glutamate, the brain's primary excitatory neurotransmitter, which creates microscaled electrical surges, effectively short-circuiting the neural pathways that separate short-term perception from long-term memory retrieval. Fortunately, your brain has a built-in executive function to handle these confusing moments. In a breakthrough neuroimaging study, researchers used functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, to monitor brains during induced déjà vu. They discovered that instead of the memory centers lighting up, the frontal regions of the brain, the areas responsible for decision-making and cognitive monitoring, became highly active to resolve the conflict between memory signals. This means déjà vu isn't a memory failure at all. It is actually proof of a healthy brain actively fact-checking its own systems and overriding an erroneous neurochemical false alarm. While it is entirely benign for the vast majority of us, medical literature published in the Journal of Neurology, Neurosurgery, and Psychiatry notes that if déjà vu lasts for minutes, happens multiple times a week or is accompanied by sudden panic and disorientation, it can be a clinical symptom of temporal lobe epilepsy, where dopamine and glutamate pathways drastically misfire. For 99% of people, however, déjà vu is just a fascinating quirk of human biology, a split-second reminder of how incredibly complex our minds really are.